GearNetwork.com.
The following is a presentation of the Gear Radio Network.
So, Fat Man.
Is that you?
I know. I feel like I've been on the road for about 7.5 hours a week. Oh, shit, I have been.
Nothing. 10, motherfucker.
Well, whose fault is that?
Whose fault's yours?
Oh, well, we'll talk about that on the wrestling show. Welcome, everyone. This is Sleazy. Really?
I forgot my name. We haven't been on the air for so long.
Jesus Christ. I'm now completely fucked up. Blue Smock Nancy, they're awesome. They let us use that song. I don't even know what it's called anymore. But you can find them on iTunes and Spotify. Sweet. I can actually see your Spotify app. One other thing that you might want to know, if you have your Spotify premium subscription, for a limited time only, and this is not a plug of the wrestling show, this is just a cool fact I figured out today, you get a free Google Home Mini.
Well, I got Spotify Premium.
So go on the website to spotify.com/premium/Google, I think it is. And you can, or just fucking Google it. You'll get it. But yeah, free $49 Google Home. So now that we've started off the show with a plug, you've completely fucked up my candor. Let's continue with weird fucking shit that we don't normally do. Let's talk about the Wednesday Night Wars.
Are they really a war?
They're not the fucking war.
Is it really a war?
It's not even a fucking skirmish.
I love the AEW marks who are all like, oh, they beat NXT 3 weeks in a row. And they're going to keep doing it for the lifetime of this war. You know why? You can watch NXT the next night on the network. So why wouldn't you watch AEW live and then watch NXT the next night on the network?
Well, that was my point before this all started. What was the point of being all, oh my God, it's going to take over? Like, no, what the fuck is wrong with you people? The problem, however, is I know you watched the first 2 weeks of both shows.
I watched all 3 weeks.
Oh, you watched this
Yes.
past week's as well?
Yep.
Okay, obviously we're taping on a Tuesday, so tomorrow would be week 4, I think, right?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. I can count.
All right.
Sweet. I watched
the Asian wife finally did something for you.
Yes,
Yay.
hey, that's because she counted it for me first. So I only watched the first 2 episodes of AEW. Obviously I didn't watch NXT live. I could only pick one live, but I did end up watching NXT the first 2 weeks. What were your thoughts? Now, let's start with the big elephant in the room, which was the debut of Jake Hager, I think, for the AEW side. Apparently Tony Khan claimed that he's had him signed for damn near a year now, but they chose till like this episode to debut him.
Bullshit.
Thank you. It doesn't make any sense to hide somebody like that for that long. Maybe they were in talks for that long, but actually signing a contract 8 months and not use him? Nah, dude.
That'll be the most WCW move ever.
This is WCW. Let's start here. Let's start with WCW. What part of AEW's weekly television show isn't ACW? WCW. It's ACW now. AECW. There you go.
AEWCW.
There you go. AEWCW. So you've got Tony Schiavone on the show. You've got Chris Jericho being the best wrestler on the show. Okay, one of the top. Well, he wasn't really the best wrestler on WCW either, to be fair.
So you're making the point.
So one of the best, underrated, whatever you want to call him. You have a huge heel faction that keeps adding members every week. And it keeps running into matches and stopping them. Or fucking up finishes.
They actually didn't do it last week.
Oh, thank God for that. It only took them 3 weeks to not be as WCW as they were. They've got horrendous booking. They've had multiple match changes because of people getting injured and having to have last-minute substitutions. Luchasaurus being one and Daniels being another?
Daniels doesn't really hurt us at ankle.
Who was the other one there? There's somebody else that got hurt that was legit.
I just got Luchasaurus.
I can't remember who it was. It was probably somebody else, but maybe it was Daniels and it was an Angle. I don't remember. The point being was that, you know, you've got very WCW-ish things going on. And them burying the shit out of WWE while they're directly against them.
Okay, so let's get to that. Okay, so you have AEW, who's like, oh, WWE was the first one to start the war. Huh?
No, they weren't.
Huh?
How many years has NXT been on?
Well,
Wednesday?
I was thinking about this, and that was my thing. But okay, so Tony Khan, owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, didn't want it on Monday, Thursdays, or Sundays to compete with the NFL.
That makes sense.
Basketball's on Tuesdays.
Yeah. Which means and TNT would never touch it.
Right. So it's down to Wednesdays, Thursdays. No, not Thursday. Wednesdays or Saturdays. Which day would you pick? So
right.
So Wednesday it is. Okay, fine. Whatever. But every fucking show they've had and the match, at the end of the fucking show, Cody Rhodes comes out and Buckin's like, we're the best in the world. WWE can suck a dick and breaking Triple H's throne and shit. And WWE's like, I hope they succeed. What war is this? You're the only one shooting. WWE, you were literally the only one shooting in this war. And WWE's like, we got $1 billion from 2 networks. Who cares? Fuck you.
Fuck you. You know, I mean, this is the greatest thing about this is that it's this faux sense of competition that AEW is propagating.
They have to do it.
Yeah, well, you're right.
They have to.
Because if they don't, then they're just basically conceding them that they are the second best company.
But that's not even the point. The point is, do your own thing. Do never mention the competition. Do your own thing and let fans come in. So and another thing that I fucking love is that from week 1 to week 2, okay, I think NXT did like 1 million, or the first week of competition, AEW did 1.4 million, and WWE NXT did 800,000. But TNT's touting that 7 million viewers watched it. Where'd that 6 million come from? Where'd that extra 6 million come from?
Okay, to be fair, I'm going to give him a pass on this because live numbers and replay numbers.
No.
And streaming
live numbers are always bigger than your DVRs and your streaming. Always. There's no way 6 million people watch that show. Or 7 million people watch that show.
I'm not saying that
no
they
way.
did.
No,
I agree with that. But I can sit there and happily say that 6 to 7 million have streaming services that have TNT on them.
Right.
So they're touting that number. That's what I think that's what they're touting. But that's not fair.
Say 7 million people watch the show. Watch the show. Not have access to the show. Watch the show.
I know.
Fuck you.
It's the most WCW thing ever.
But so then the next week, NXT ratings were down 25%. Everyone's like, oh, NXT's down 25%. What they did not mention is AEW was down 30%. Who did not mention that? The fucking AEW marks. Fuck you. No, fuck you. If you're going to say one thing, say the fucking other side. Fuck you. I'm sick of fucking AEW marks. They're fucking stupid as shit. Fuck you.
You fucking NXT Mark. You piece of shit.
Yeah.
You're going to sit here and defend NXT to a fucking fault while shitting on Oh, wait. That's the exact same argument, just backwards.
Even though I do believe last Wednesday's AEW show was better than the NXT show.
Okay.
But the first 2 NXT shows were miles better.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And don't get me wrong.
Spoiler, by the way.
AEW's matches have been good. They've been really good. The problem is it's always been booking. Their booking is still fucking horrible. So you have 1 week, the end of the angle, end of the first week, you have the Young Bucks getting beaten down by the Inner Circle. The next week, the first match, the Young Bucks are heels?
Yes. Yeah, I know.
What?
Yeah. Well, there's the problem though. It goes back to what I had said beforehand. When you have weekly television, you need to start defining those, heel face dynamics, because you can't run every fucking show like it's a fucking indie show. And that's still what they're doing. And it's problematic, even though that you have this show angle of the Inner Circle, the show angle of NWO coming out. Sorry, I had to get the right name.
Really,
out.
the NWO.
Oh, come on, they're fucking. It's going to be the NWO, even though it's not necessarily technically the NWO. That's how they're going to run the angle, because that's how they're starting to run the angle already. They're coming in, they're involving themselves in matches when any of their members gets even close. The whole Darby Allin versus Jericho thing is a great example of that. That was absolutely prime time WCW Monday Nitro booking to a fucking T.
Problem with that though is Jericho. Well, no, they didn't, because they did. I forgot, because I watched that match this morning. There wasn't running.
Yes, so there was.
I was gonna say, wait a minute. No, that you won clean. No,
no, he didn't.
I forgot. Fucking Hager came down.
Yeah. So I mean, I have a problem with that. I have a problem. I like the fact that Private Party went over the.
You
Young
mean Street
Bucks.
Profits?
Yeah, I know. I do love that cutter combo though.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh my God.
No, that match was great. That match was absolutely great.
Yeah.
The problem is, you can have the same exact match, literally move for move, face versus face.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then the Young Bucks had to heal it up. Why?
I don't understand why they would have to heal there.
Why?
And it goes back to the same thing with Cody Rhodes. How many times has Cody Rhodes flipped from face to heel on the same fucking show?
MJF was way worse. So
MJF is way worse too.
The first show, he gets beat down at the end, coming out helping Cody, gets beat down at the end too. The next show, he's cutting a heel fucking promo and wrestling as a heel.
I don't know what they're doing here. And
are we overthinking this? Are we thinking that, since it's a different company, and they did say that there's not going to be a dynamic between face versus heels, they're all just going to be, what
characters.
Their act is, but
yeah,
you need to have face versus heels to establish characters and establish stories.
I hate to say this, but that's Eric Bischoff thinking.
You need to. Well, me?
Yeah, that
you
is
need to, though.
Legit Eric Bischoff thinking. And I agree with it. It goes back to, I keep going back to this point over and over and over again, but they're booking it like an indie show. An indie show would have the Young Bucks as a face one show and the heel next show, because that's what the role needs to be.
Right.
So when you come into, I don't know, I'll use Excite because, I love sucking Excite's dick for obvious reasons, but you come into Excite, I need you guys as heels this show, because I've got you against this face team that I brought in that I want you guys to work with. Okay, next show, well, shit, you're fucking hugely popular. I don't really want you guys as heels this time around. I want you to put over my big heel team now. So I need you as faces. So I get that. And I think it goes back to the problem with Cody and the Bucks booking it, because Cody and the Bucks are looking at it from an indie perspective. Cody shouldn't be as much as the Bucks, as Bucks
Absolutely
are.
Not.
I think that they have a bigger problem right now with trying to get themselves on an episodic basis. They need different types of booking philosophies here. I get why they're doing it, but it's going to fuck them up really hardcore soon.
They have Dean Malenko and Art Anderson working as agents, and Kevin Sullivan, by the way. And let's get this point out.
Holy shit.
Because I got this in News and Rumors. But
wait.
This point out
Tully
right
Blanchard, WCW guy. Arn Anderson, WCW guy, Kevin Sullivan. What was he known for? Being part of the Dungeon of Doom in WCW, where he was also the pencil, wasn't he?
To be fair, Arn Anderson was an agent for WWE longer than he was for WCW.
Okay, fair point.
So that's coming.
But,
probably he's not an agent though. He's just working there part time.
Okay,
He's just
okay,
a manager with no.
Still
creative.
WCW times,
Right? Well, NWA.
Okay, fair. Okay, I'll give you that. But I'm not giving you a spot in the Horsemen. I'm giving you my spot.
I would take that spot.
Well, I would too, and so did Kurt Hennig, and then he turned on him.
Because you got to bury the Horsemen.
LOL WCW.
Right.
Okay, which one of the inner circle is going to turn on Jericho?
Hager.
Of course he is.
It has to be Hager because he's the muscle. It's not going to be Sammy Guevara, the fucking 3 foot fucking 200 and minus 500 pound fucking guy.
Now, when I see a huge baby face run, I think Sammy Guevara.
He could be a good baby face though.
Not turning on them.
No, he get his ass kicked.
I mean, they really? You don't want to see her 4-on-1 beatdown? Just Jake over there is just chomping at the bit to beat the shit out of you. So whatever. So is there anything else that you wanted to talk about AEW specifically?
Okay, so I got this new news and rumors and talk about Kevin Sullivan. Let me just get this out of the way. We're talking about him. So Kevin Sullivan was one of the producers for Impact.
Okay.
He put in his release. He's now started working for AEW. So apparently he was working for AEW all along while still working for Impact. So he's working with AEW secretly while working for Impact.
Oops.
And he kind of messed up a creative thing where one thing was supposed to go to AEW and the other thing was supposed to go to Impact, and it got switched.
Oops.
And of course, Scott D'Amore found out and was gonna, fire him, but Kevin Sullivan found out about his mistake and handed his resignation, went bye, and now he's working for AEW.
That's phenomenal.
What an idiot!
Yeah. I mean, never mind the
Impact's going to sue him. Impact definitely gonna sue him.
I would sue
I don't
them.
think he's going to sue AEW because he told AEW that he wasn't working for Impact. So I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why AEW would bring him in, knowing that that was supposed to be for Impact. What?
What the hell's going on here?
Whatever.
Well, that's part of the problem of not being a public company, is that you don't know that shit going in. That's hilarious. That is Carney love right there. How can you not love that Carniness? That is great. Phenomenal.
So essentially, you're right. It's a WCW/indie show with AEW to where you have, it's booked like an indie show, but it's run like WCW.
It's a good indie show though.
Right. They have great matches, but they don't make sense.
If you literally look at them as standalone events and nothing else, they're good shows.
Oh, and here's another thing too. Like you had SCU and like on the first episode in the Lucha Bros, they like fought against each other because they're both in the tournament for the title. So question mark. So then this week, Lucha,
what happened to that bye, by the way?
Next week they'll lose. So they're setting it up because they're both on the opposite sides of the bracket for the Lucha Bros and SCU to meet in the finals.
Okay.
That clearly, or else one of them is going to cost the other the match,
and they'll be the first
or vice versa.
first number one contenders,
or vice versa, or something like that. But the Lucha Bros are faces, so why'd they come down and attack the heel group in SCU?
Oh God, no! They're heels.
Now they are.
I mean,
after attacking another heel group.
Well, what were they in against the fucking Young Bucks?
It was like face versus face.
No, they're heel versus heel.
Whatever.
You should know.
I don't fucking know who's heel or who's face there. They always flip flop.
They were fucking obvious heels in the fucking ladder match. Of course they were. And once again, that goes back to what we keep talking about. I think that they need a few months of, I hate being the apologist in the room, but I feel like that, how many shows have they run? How many weeks of TV have they done? And how many people from WCW do they have on the roster? And not in the roster, but in the back.
You can be an apologist all you want, but if you have literally MJF coming out as a face and the next show coming out as a heel, that's stupid. You can't.
It happened on the same show at one point,
right? It happened at All Out.
Yeah,
but so being an apologist, I can be like, well, fuck you. They know better, or at least they should know better. But like you said, it's like,
I mean, I don't want to say they don't know better. They're trying something different. I'll give them that. It is different. It's different. They outright said from the beginning of when they started AEW that this was not going to be WWE. This was going to be something different. Does different equate to good? Not always. And unfortunately, right now, they're kind of in that set where, yeah, they've got the talent, but they don't have the booking yet. And I want to sit here and say, I'm glad that they've gotten themselves to a point where at least they have a weekly show. Now they need to really book themselves correctly a little bit better. But that being said, let's look at NXT. I mean, they started out that first week.
All you need to do is watch Matt Riddle versus Adam Cole, and you tell me which show's better. Right off the bat. You tell me which show is better off that one match.
This is where I have to defer to my lawyers. I mean, that fucking match was absolutely balls to the wall insane. And not just the match, but the entire show was. But here's the other part of that was, I mean, they already were booking themselves to that point anyway. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So they had the advantage of better booking because Triple H is running it. They have the I don't want to say the better talent, but the level of talent, even at the bottom, is so high in NXT. You know, guys like Dijak and Keith Lee, who came into the company as relative unknowns, unless you knew them specifically on the indies, are tearing it the fuck up. You know, and obviously Adam Cole, Matt Riddle, all these guys at the top of the NXT card are fucking, you know, best bout machines.
You forgot a name.
Finn Balor?
Oh my God. We've literally just talked about who our wrestlers of the year are going to be in a chat. I said one person. You said
Johnny Gargano.
There you go, buddy. Hooray.
Yeah, but he's been an established NXT guy. I'm talking about brand new.
But Adam Cole's not an established NXT guy?
No, I believe he is too, but I'm talking about Dijak.
You said Adam Cole.
No, Dijak.
Yeah, you said Dijak, Keith Lee, and then you have Matt Riddle, Adam Cole. You literally said that.
Well, I didn't mean Adam Cole. I really didn't mean Adam Cole. I'm.
You mean like because you also got in the female division, Candice LeRae. You have fucking
oh fuck, Io Shirai.
Oh
god damn. Holy shit.
Rhea Ripley. You know.
Obviously, Shayna Baszler's there, but you have the rest of the horsewomen that have been kind of not really been on. I don't want to say they haven't been working, but they certainly haven't been established top tier talent. But even like Mia Yim to an extent, you know, she's been there, but she hasn't, you know, put another notch in her belt, so to speak. She's finally starting to come up into her own as a character, and she's getting title matches. But the entire breakout tournament was a great example of that too. You know, it's 8 guys that I can't even tell you their names in NXT, but like ACH is there. And, you know, just having all these guys come up from the indies is just amazing. And I think that you can't go wrong with booking any 2 guys in NXT right now. You really can't. You can run an entire 5-star match clinic with the guys they have in NXT. And I'm not kidding about that. I don't think you could do that with the AEW roster.
Which gives me to a comment that Kenny Omega said, that all NXT is developmental talent, and they can't hold a candle to AEW's roster.
It ain't 2012 when we're talking about NXT Redemption, you asshole. And I think that's a big slam to a place that...
Another shot that they took that WWE is not taking.
Right.
Slamming talent.
Right. That's absolutely wrong. I mean, you're talking about guys like Tommaso Ciampa when saying that.
Better than Omega.
Oh, let's start that list, okay? Ready?
Cole, Gargano, Ciampa, Riddle. Let's see. Who else is on there?
Oni Lorcan,
Roderick Strong, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly. Let's see. What was that, like 8 people?
That's 8 already.
Off the top of my head.
Keith Lee.
Dijak's been better than fucking he has been lately.
Oh, absolutely. Well, technically, you can call Finn Balor. Yeah. Fuck you too, asshole.
Right.
I mean, your fellow New Japan brethren. That's a huge slam to people that don't deserve it.
And not to say that AEW doesn't have a great roster either, but
that's an uncalled for slam.
Right.
It really is. And coming from a man that spent a year in NXT, I believe you signed a contract with WWE, you little fuck. So to sit there and bitch about it like it's the same show and the same promotion that it was when you walked in the door is totally unright. It's totally not right at all. They put a different spin on NXT when it went to Full Sail and became the separate brand and became all this different thought process. NXT isn't even a developmental brand, I don't believe anymore. I believe Evolve is.
They have their own TV deal.
Yeah.
They have their own TV deal.
They are literally their own brand now.
They're their own brand.
So if you want to talk about Austin Theory, there's a guy that's better than Kenny Omega. Guys in Evolve are now technically, that's their feeder system now. Mm-hmm. And even they have, granted it's a local TV deal, but they do have a TV deal too. Gabe's done a great job of running that company to a point where they have established great talent down there that's willing to put the time and effort in to make future WWE stars, future NXT stars look amazing. The guys like Joe Gacy and all that shit. Not to suck his dick, but whatever. First of all, congratulations to him. He just got married. But AR Fox and...
I hope you were going to say not to suck his dick, but AR Fox.
Yeah. Yes.
Not to suck his dick, but AR Fox. Mr. Floppy Ankles himself.
The sad part is I love AR Fox. I love him. He's a great dude. He goes back to what I always say. Well, I say this private, obviously, but I always suck dick for 6 figures. So,
he ain't lying.
No.
I've seen him doing it. It was in international waters, but I saw him do it.
Was that technically international waters, though?
Yeah.
Okay. But I mean, in all seriousness, he had to do what he had to do to survive. Good on him. Good on him.
Okay, so AR Fox.
But AR Fox, Eddie Kingston,
yep.
Austin, you can't shade fucking Eddie Kingston. He'll beat the shit out of you.
He can beat the shit out of me all he wants. He's not a great wrestler.
No, he's not. But
he can beat the shit.
But he's
not
a good base. To be fair, he's a good base on a lot of other guys.
He's a good tag team wrestler.
I'll give you that.
Not a great singles guy, but he's a good tag team wrestler.
Colby Carino, who's down there right now. There's a lot of great talent down there. Shotzi Blackheart, who just signed a deal with Impact. Yep. There's a sense that, you take a look. Another guy, Drew fucking Gulak, better than Kenny Omega. Go fuck yourself. But I mean, there's so many great pieces to WWE now. As long as they don't start with R or S, we're good. So, Raw or SmackDown.
Oh.
Yeah. Not to say that the talent isn't good, but let's just say they're starting to have the same booking issues as another promotion.
So you said since WWE has gone to Full Sail, well, now they're considering moving NXT out of Full Sail, go to like 1,000 or about like 5,000 seat arenas like AEW is doing.
You know what that means? Fucking Rochester, New York, motherfucker. Up top, my brother.
They won't come to Rochester.
Absolutely, they will. 150%. I will bet you $5. Wow. Within the next 18 months, 18 months from the first date they set going outside Full Sail, okay, as a taping, that they come to Rochester. Blue Cross Arena is perfect for them. It's absolutely perfect. It's not huge. It's a wrestling town. And honestly, there's enough local talent that can work the show. So
WWE was in Rochester on Sunday.
yes, I know. I wanted to go. Just didn't have the time.
I theoretically could have gone, but Sasha's hurt. Oh, by the way, Sasha Banks hurt her back or tailbone at Hell in the Cell, so she's out indefinitely.
Yeah, God.
I miss Sasha already.
I'm sorry.
Not the same without
She
her.
just got back and she's gone
Not the
again.
same without her, but I hurt her tailbone, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean.
Dick Flavor Starburst.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, what are your thoughts about NXT and I know
It's been the same NXT.
Yeah, there's no difference.
There's
It's just
no
been
difference.
great.
It's just they have competition now on the same night, and everyone's like, "Oh, AEW's drawing better." They're going to.
They're not drawing better though. That's the thing, is that this bullshit about them drawing better is a complete farce. I don't get it. I really don't get why they think that this is a big deal.
It's not.
It isn't.
It's
You're
just
right.
it's people are dying for the Monday Night Wars to come back, so now they're like, "Oh, it's a Wednesday Night Wars." That's what they're doing. That's because they just want to relive their fucking past.
They just want to be WCW.
But
Just let them be fucking
But
WCW.
here's the
Jesus
thing.
Christ.
ratings don't matter anymore.
They don't. We've gone through this.
Especially on USA, where the top 4 hours is Raw and then NXT a week.
Right.
They don't. Well, maybe NXT is a little bit lower, but the top 3 hours on USA week is Raw.
Yeah.
So they don't. They're fine with it. Fox is a little different. They want their ratings.
Well, yeah, because they're network TV.
They're network
That's
TV.
different.
And their problem is everyone's, SmackDown's ratings are going down too. Well, let's see.
Of course they are.
They're on fucking Friday nights.
This is the same problem they had on UPN.
It's the dead night for
Right.
fucking TV.
People go out.
And then you have playoff baseball in full swing right now.
Yep.
By the way, happy World Series Day. Game 1 of the World Series is tonight. So, there's that.
Astros in 5.
I'm gonna go Nats in 6.
Nats and okay. You just feel like that it's time for them?
I think my heart says the Nats in 6. My head says the Astros in 6.
Okay.
But
I say the Astros in 5 because I really do believe that it takes a lot to beat the Yankees. It does.
no, it doesn't. Starting pitching beats the fucking Yankees, and they already proved that.
Yeah, and that's why I say
These are the two best starting pitching teams.
Oh yeah, absolutely. 100% this year. I don't know baseball enough to tell you exactly any stats.
I think the Nationals have actually their starting pitching is better. They got
I couldn't tell you
Scherzer, Strasburg, Corbin, and then they have Sanchez as their fourth. You have Cole for the Astros, Verlander and Greinke, who has an 8.02 ERA in the postseason.
Jesus Christ.
And no one else behind them. So,
I mean,
I think the Nationals.
we'll see how it goes.
They've been basically the same team since May. Have the same exact record since May.
Okay. Well, let's see how it goes. I'll be interested to see it. The World Series may be over by the time I get this out. But, so you heard it first. So So coming out of this, we have a bet that in 18 months.
I never agreed to that bet.
I'm throwing it out there. If you want to agree to it or not, that's up to you. But I'm throwing it out there. That
I'll agree to it because you'll forget.
I'm sure I'll forget. But $5, 18 months.
Does it have to be the Blue Cross Arena? Or just Rochester in general?
I don't think they would go to the Armory
for a taping.
Especially if they're doing a 5,000 seat arena. And they shouldn't, honestly. So yeah, I'll say exactly the Blue Cross Arena.
Okay.
18 months from the first time they announce a date outside of Full Sail for a taping. Okay. So let's get into.
I got news and rumors open. Let's
do it.
We'll do
completely backwards. Jesus Christ. I feel so weird about this show.
Because we haven't fucking taped in 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so WWE extends Jeff Harvey's contract to at least another year, and then he promptly gets arrested again.
So
he's injured. So
they're just going to try and stop Matt Hardy from going to AEW with Jeff? Is that how they're planning this?
He got arrested and charged with DWI again. His court date's on the 11/7. He's had his license suspended for 30 days pending result of the court appearance. TMZ is reporting on multiple details on Jeff's arrest. The police received a tip about an erratic driver around 10:40 p.m. on the 3rd of October. Ended up finding the car parked in front of a liquor store with Hardy inside the store. When he came out, Hardy was carrying a case of beer and then got into his vehicle and drove away, and cops followed closely behind. He was obviously weaving in and out of his lane when he got pulled over. During the stop, officials observed that Hardy had dried blood in and around his nose and asked what was that from, and Hardy responded that it was from an earlier fight with his wife. Hardy admitted to taking 2 shots of vodka, but bombed the field sobriety test and admitted that he was impaired. However, was uncooperative when asked for a breathalyzer or blood sample. That's a no-no.
Yeah, that's a big no-no. That you might as well just give your license away.
Eventually, the officers got a warrant from a judge to extract a blood sample, and EMTs were dispatched to complete that process. Hooray, Jeff Harvey!
What an idiot. I mean, and didn't Jeff's wife and Rebby Hardy got into it a little bit, too, on Twitter?
Yeah, I didn't really see the tweets.
I didn't either. I just know it happened. Come on, you guys. I mean, obviously Jeff's always had issues with substance abuse. So this isn't a surprise to literally anyone. I mean, people outside of WWE know his drug addiction and his lack of control when it comes to liquor and drugs. So I hope he gets better. I hope he gets some rehab treatment, and maybe we can get a sober Jeff again for a little while.
All right, let's talk about Big Cass. This happened about a month ago.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why? Why are we talking about this?
Russell Pro held an event on the September 18th.
Wow.
Yeah, this is how far back we haven't taped.
Jesus Christ.
Marking it the farewell for owner Pat Buck, who was wrestling his last match for an indie promotion after signing a contract with WWE to join them as a producer.
I remember that, yeah.
Big Cass was signed on as a surprise appearance on the card in a battle royal, but was said to be acting aggressive and erratic backstage throughout the night before his match even came on. At one point, Cass confronted AEW wrestler Joey Janela, presumably over Janela's incident with Enzo at a Blink-182 concert.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Which was a work, fuck you. According to one person...
This entire thing's a fucking work.
According to one person, Cass allegedly slapped Janela, and the whole confrontation was considered strange because the two appeared at another indie event the night before without incident. Others tried to defuse the situation, but Cass continued to act wild and belligerent, so Janela were removed to a separate room with some other guy. so they could go over their match together. Kaz's crazy behavior continued as he's made his way through the locker room, accusing people of stealing his sweater while saying that he was going to...
Dude, where's my sweater?
Well, he said,
fuck you, where's my sweater?
While saying that he was going to take care of people, while many took as an insinuation that he was going to beat people up. He continued on his way until getting into a room with Buck and AEW stars SCU, who were going over their match for the night. Cass continued to confront others over his sweater and turned to Buck and said, "What are you going to do, tough guy?" before allegedly spitting in his face. Buck then took down Cass with a punch, and other talent ran in to drag Cass away. After being punched, Cass's aggressive demeanor disappeared, and he began questioning why he was punched. Local police then removed Cass from the building, and the rest of the event went on as planned. Most people backstage at the event came away with the feeling that Cass acted very unprofessional, at a time.
Really?
At a time when he was trying to reestablish his reputation in the business. Even after he was escorted out of the building, Cass was said to have been behaving strangely to the point where police were called for an ambulance to take him to a hospital, perhaps for a psychiatric evaluation. Because he did say that he was going to take his own life.
Okay, so the moral of the story is Carmella's pussy is that good.
I wouldn't fuck with mental health right now.
I'm doing it. Fuck it.
Oh yeah, I want to keep that on so I can watch the World Series.
It's like, yeah.
If he really has, because he has had mental health issues in the past and shit, so this is really another incident. Hopefully he gets commended, and I don't have a follow-up. This was a month ago, and I really don't have a follow-up.
Okay, so let me put it this way. If it's a mental health issue, I'm sorry, that sucks. But get yourself better, okay? If it's a substance abuse problem, which I think it's more likely, mainly because...
Get help.
That's it. But get help. Go to rehab. Don't try and self-medicate. There's enough people out there. There's enough resources out there, even if you don't have insurance, to go out there and get help. So at this point, suicide prevention hotline, I usually have it somewhere, but we'll put it under there. But if you really feel like you need somebody to talk to in that respect, please reach out. Please talk to somebody. Now back to making fun of Cass. What the fuck is wrong with him? Where is my fucking sweater?
Probably he was wearing it.
Bitch, I will kill you. Where's my sweater?
Probably was wearing it.
Probably was too.
Ed signs new WWE contract. There's rumors now. Edge. And
I thought you were like Ed as in Ed Ferrara as in Oklahoma.
No.
Bring in Oklahoma, damn it.
No. Now since he signed a new contract, everyone's like, oh, he's going to wrestle again. Edge has even said that it's just like a Legends deal, and he's not cleared to wrestle at the moment.
He claimed he could work a match at one point. I'm not sure if he is or should, but that fucking Saudi money, oh my God.
Yeah, because he's on Crown Jewel right now. 9 days away from it, he's on it right now. Idiot. He's not on it. Xavier Woods just injured his Achilles at an Australian tour yesterday.
Oh, that sucks.
On the 20th, yep. Jack Atlas signed with WWE.
Cool.
Joey Ryan has signed with a major promotion.
It's not WWE.
And it's not AEW.
Nope. I know what it is because I got spoiled on it, but...
Signed a multi-year deal with Impact Wrestling, of all places.
That's so strange.
Didn't he used to work with Impact and they kind of fucked him over?
Gut Check. He was one of the people in Gut Check.
So was Adam Pearce. Fuckers.
I mean, who the fuck, Well, it worked out for Adam Pearce, to be fair. At the end of the day, it worked for Adam Pearce. People, I keep forgetting he's an agent there. And it's just like, oh, yeah, that's right.
NXT and 205 Live.
Yeah.
WWE announces they're holding another Starrcade event on December 1st in...
Charlotte, North Carolina.
No.
What?
Duluth, Georgia. It's a suburb of Atlanta. So at least
at
least it's better than Cincinnati like last year.
Is it going to be a taped event, or
Probably,
is it just going to be a live show?
Probably a live show that's on that last hours on the network that they did last year.
Oh, okay. Well, at least it's on the network, though. I think the first one wasn't, was it?
I'm not sure.
I remember it just being a house show that was branded as Starrcade. Right. And I thought it was the most WWE thing to do, to bury WCW.
Victoria retired.
I mean, she was one foot out the door and the other one was on a banana peel for like 5 years. She's got that pizza, that in Chicago that's really good. I really want to be there and eat her pizza. That sounded way more sexual than it should have been.
Highlander pizza.
I mean, I legitimately want to eat her pizza, not eat her. Fat man, help me out on this one.
Her vagina. You were listening.
I didn't know what that was.
I know you don't know what that is.
I'm married now. I don't know what that is.
Floppy ankles yourself over there. David Benoit apparently wants to join AEW. And is not welcome backstage at WWE shows. Not because he's Chris, because he went backstage to a WWE show wearing an AEW hoodie.
That's kind of dumb.
It's WWE. Come on.
Still, I mean, you don't jack off in someone's eye and then expect to be welcomed back to their dinner party. That actually happened to me once.
What dinner party are you fucking having? Pizza and wings?
Yep.
Okay, so CM Punk, I doubt this isn't happening. So I'm not even going to bring it up. Remember, this is almost 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks worth of news and rumors. I got to feed through here.
He did do an AMA, and he said in the AMA that it would take a very large bag of money. I mean,
like he was going to do like the WWE backstage show on FS1. It has nothing to do. Well, it's just a WWE preview or review show.
Yeah,
there's nothing associated. You'd be working for Fox, not for WWE.
Yeah, technically, you just.
But it's Renee Young and Booker T on that show, so it don't matter.
Here's the thing about the CM Punk: wrestling misses you. I've always said that. However, the one thing he said was, "I'd never, ever, ever go back to WWE."
Never say never.
First of all, you never say never. And second of all, I mean, Punk, what the fuck are you doing? You know?
It's been 6 years. Almost 6 years.
Which Starrcast was he a part of? Was it this past one?
This past one.
Okay. It was a cool appearance.
But it wasn't anything that was pipe bombish at all.
Spoiler.
Speaking of coming back to WWE, John Morrison is set to return to WWE?
Because he's won titles under every name but John Morrison. Major world titles. He's won the Lucha Underground title.
What is Johnny Raw doing on SmackDown?
He should have gone to AEW and reprised his role as
Johnny Elite.
Oh my goodness. He should have come back as Johnny Nitro on AEW. What's Johnny Thunder doing at AEW Dynamite?
Rick Bogner, the fake Diesel, passed away at the age of 49.
That's sad.
All right, we already talked about Bischoff. Oh, wait, we did not talk about Bischoff.
Yeah, we talked about it beforehand.
Let's talk about it now. So Eric Bischoff got released.
Surprise!
Bruce Pritchard took his spot, and I guess Ed Koski is Bruce's new right-hand man. Now, there's rumors going around that
Bruce took his job. Bruce took his job.
That Bruce took his job. That
pushed out.
He had no stamina because he'd go into work at 8 a.m. Leave by because Vince will be like, okay, the meeting's at.
Is this a Blue Chew reference? What the fuck is this?
No. Because Vince is notorious saying, "Goddamn, pal, the meeting's gonna start at 8 p.m. and then not show up till 1 a.m. to start the meeting." But Bischoff would go home, be like, "Fuck this," go home, and be unreachable past 7.
Okay,
that's the rumor.
Fuck them.
Yep, and
Vince is insane. Let's be honest here. This is a man that goes to bed, wakes up 2 hours later, and does 3 hours in the fucking gym, and then does a 20-hour day afterwards. He's insane.
I'm surprised you know what a gym is.
I usually call it a James because I don't know it very well. But I mean, the man is just superhuman in terms of the lack of sleep he does and the amount of things he does. I mean, we talk about a lot on this show, and other people do, about how Vince is out of touch and how Vince should retire. That fucking man goes longer than anybody else that ever talks shit about him. Because if you know the man, everyone that talks about him says how much of a work ethic he has. So,
and then apparently Bischoff had no creative vision. Well, Bischoff said on his podcast that he wasn't. Well, no, he didn't say his podcast.
What podcast is that?
Not ours.
No,
and it doesn't.
That's
matter.
why we're not telling you what podcast it was.
So,
Conrad, you motherfucker, why didn't you email me back?
So
yeah, that's right. Go fuck yourself. Mr. Conrad Thompson, go fuck yourself. I still want to do StarCast 4 though. Please call me.
You done?
Pretty please.
They'll suck your dick.
But you, it's 20 grand. Yeah, this is a good show. Yeah, it's a good show. It's a good show.
Bischoff had no fuck you, dude.
Yes.
But for you, it's 20 grand. They got me. Okay. Bischoff had no creative direction, on Heyman had. So why would he have a? So he had no creative vision because he wasn't part of the creative.
Even before he got released, there was a rumor going around that Bischoff was basically a middleman between the rest of creative and Bruce Pritchard anyway.
Right.
So, I mean, if that's all he was, then I guess he didn't need to be there.
And he was very diplomatic, saying that, it just wasn't a good fit. And
good for Eric, because normally guys that get thrown out of a job after 2 months, especially a high-profile guy like Eric Bischoff gets thrown out like that, there's a lot of bad blood. So for him to be so diplomatic about it is great.
Yeah, he's like, me and Bruce, Bruce didn't edge me out. He was the only one in the company vouching for me. And apparently they wanted to get rid of Bischoff a month in, but they didn't want to do that so quickly because it will look bad. So they waited
2 months.
They waited 2 months. Well, 3, but
oh, fuck off.
But, actually 4, but still,
it's 4 fucking months.
No, he's very diplomatic. He's like, I'll land on my feet. I don't need the money. So,
right.
And I guarantee you, Vince probably gave him something. He
probably gave him a full year contract.
So,
and just paid him off the rest of the year. I mean, Vince does that kind of shit.
Yeah. So that's that.
Well, that sucks. But the good news is you can see him on some other show, but not ours, because they won't fucking bring us to StarCast.
Austin said
it's not 25 grand.
Could definitely wrestle one more match.
Austin.
I
don't want him to.
I don't want him to either. It's been way too long.
Not only has it been way too long, it just screams Saudi show.
WWE will give talent time off during Christmas. But 2 or 3 extra days because it's the way that it falls.
Yeah, it's Tuesday, Wednesday this year. Of course they're going to give him Christmas off.
But they're going to tape a Raw the week before.
Oh, USA is going to allow him this year? Go fuck yourself.
Because it's not on a Monday.
Fuck off.
So they're going to tape
Jesus
it before, then have it time off. Mike, here we go. The amount of people that want to go to AEW is huge. It will blow your fucking mind. And that's always been the plan since Crown Jewel.
Yes. So tell me, who is running to AEW?
Well, Mike Bennett requested his release. Give it to him.
Okay.
Just give it to him. Maria's not that big of an asset. She's pregnant. Go. Just give it to him. Just fucking give it to him. Speaking of hot ladies, Scarlett Bordeaux has officially signed with WWE.
I think we talked about that last show.
We said that she was in talks with WWE. She went to the Performance Center.
Oh, good. So she
officially is signed.
Okay. I don't actually remember our last show, so I don't remember if it actually hit. Then.
Speaking of more Achilles, Ember Moon injured her ankle and or Achilles and will be out
a long
length of time.
Jesus Christ.
2 more for the news and rumors. Tyson Fury, as we all know, is going to be at Crown Jewel, which we'll talk about next. His is more of a one-off, while Cain Velasquez has signed a lucrative multi-year contract.
Yeah, he always wanted to be a wrestler.
And he did work for AAA.
Yes, he did.
So,
I'm sorry. His debut...
Actually, 2 more things.
Okay, well, let me touch on Cain Velasquez. First of all, him coming out to debut alongside Rey Mysterio, which basically looked like Rey Mysterio brought his dad to beat up Brock Lesnar after he got punked. That was the most fucking hilarious thing in the world. We're not going to talk about the whole... Did we talk about the first SmackDown?
No.
Should we?
Yes. But let me get with this one news and rumor.
Yeah, let's finish. This show is going to be like 9 hours long.
Hulk Hogan.
Fuck Hulk Hogan.
He needs another back surgery. But he wants to wrestle one more match. And he has a specific opponent in mind.
Jack Swagger.
Because he's a real American.
Yes.
He wants to wrestle Vince. Let's have a guy.
Are you fucking kidding me? He's already wrestled Vince, hasn't he?
Yes.
Well, wrestle is a very loose term with that match. It was one of those stupid street fights like Bret Hart's.
It actually wasn't that bad.
Was it? I don't even remember it. That's how bad it was for me. So, well, I mean, Crown Jewel, where
Kofi's title run.
Well, rip Kofi's title run.
Okay. So, for everybody who was upset that Kofi Kingston lost to Brock Lesnar in 10 seconds, I have something for you. It's a little present that I want to give to you to ease your mind. Are you fucking stupid? That was exactly how it was supposed to fucking go down. Why are you fucking bitching? Kofi's like, what, 120 pounds? Brock Lesnar is he's a beast. You think Kofi's going to have a fucking competitive match against him? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. That was my present to all of you.
Are you done?
For now.
Are you sure?
No. Kofi's lucky that he had a fucking lengthy title run as he did. His title run fucking sucks, and that was supposed to be Ali's spot, but he got fucking injured. So don't give me this fucking shit where, Kofi got mishandled. He was never supposed to be the fucking champion. It was a feel-good fucking moment. His match quality fucking sucked ass, except he was with Daniel Bryan in WrestleMania. Fuck you.
Anything else?
I think I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Morrison was going back to WWE way back in September 26th. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to remember. I did a fucking post on this too. Oh, shit. Where is it?
This is how prepared we are.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm going to eat part of my candy bar that I have here. It's my dinner.
God damn it. Maybe I did it directly to you. That's why I can't find it. I thought I did it in the Wrestling Show staff. Oh, by the way, if we ever do
my
it,
phone's still in my car.
If we ever, no, it's not. I saw it out on the table.
Oh, okay.
It was basically me talking about how they booked themselves in the corner.
I thought it was with the Bray Wyatt thing.
That too, but I had to justify.
Oh. It was to me because remember we said that it would have been better if Brock just cashed in.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
Why? Yeah, you should just had him cash in and then.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb.
In hindsight, now you know it's because Cain Velasquez came down. So in hindsight, you know why. But I mean, in hindsight, now you know why Kobe got squashed because they had to make Brock look like a beast to face Cain Velasquez. I get it. But at the same time, why are people fucking bitching and fucking complaining about Kofi getting fucking murked?
Yeah.
He never should have had the title. And when he was champion, he wasn't a good champion.
I mean, yeah. The problem is strangely enough, they booked him pretty solid. It's just that he wasn't.
He had clean wins over Samoa Joe.
Yeah, the fucking bridesmaids of the WWE title. It really is.
And Randy Orton. I
mean, Randy Orton's a legit contender. At least they got to pay off that story.
Right.
I like that. So basically, there was really no way that they could have.
All the fans wanted was a competitive match. Really? Really?
I mean, okay, give him 2 minutes of getting suplexed. Okay. Like every other fucking Brock match. And that's the thing, is that there was no way that was going to go down any other way. But here's the other thing, is that it's a setup where, God damn it. Fucking A. I can't believe I can't find this.
Whatever.
I know we had this. But basically the end result was that there was no good way of ending that match because they booked themselves in the corner knowing that Cain Velasquez was going to come down in the post. So either you're going to have Kofi lose to a distraction, Kofi win, basically nerfing Kane's interference, or you're going to have Brock win a competitive match, which then Kane was going to come down to a weakened Brock Lesnar, so it's going to make Kane look not as fucking badass as he did coming down. There was no way of doing it. And then we'll talk about Hell in a Cell.
We'll get to it.
Let's get going on this. We're already an hour in, and I gotta work tomorrow.
Me too. I want to talk about Crown Jewel, or just wait for it because it's coming up.
Let's leave that to the end.
Gotta turn the World Series on. Clash of Champions.
Oh shit, we have. Oh my god, I don't remember this show at all. Okay, I'm going to tell you that right now. So as soon as you name the match, I'll probably have to take a second to think about it.
It was September 15th in Charlotte.
That was 37 days ago.
Kickoff show, triple threat match for the Cruiserweight Championship, because fuck you.
I know I didn't watch that.
Oh, you didn't?
No, fuck the kickoff. I barely get through the main shows these days.
Drew Gulak versus Gulak versus
Drew Galloway.
Humberto Carrillo versus Lince Dorado. Went 10 minutes, 5 seconds. I gave it 3. Meltzer gave it 3.5. Good match. Wow.
Cool. Probably one of the better matches of the show.
United States Championship. On the pre-show, AJ Styles versus Cedric Alexander. I gave it 3. Meltzer gave it 2. It only went 5 minutes. Why was this match on the pre-show? Why only get 5 minutes? They made the most of their time given. It would have been better and more refreshing if, say, they
had more than 5 minutes.
Well, they say they started the match and then the pre-show ended and then it continued and the opening was the middle of their match. It's never been done before.
Oh, really?
They didn't do that, but I think that should have been. It would have been
cool.
Yeah,
we're starting this match in progress.
Right.
Okay, I'm into it.
Draw to the kickoff show. It's like, oh, matches can go longer than what you think.
It would give people more incentive to buy the show immediately because, hey, I want to see the rest of this match. This is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're hired.
Die.
He's dying. Jesus Christ, that fucking cancer.
Yep. Oh. Ooh. All right, main show. Raw Tag Team Championships. Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman defends against Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode.
Ha.
9 minutes or 40 seconds. Fuck Dave Mouse. I gave it 2.25. I gave it 2 3/4. Simplistic tag team match. Rollins had to take the fall to keep Strowman strong. Nothing more. I have a feeling these 2 out of these 3 shows is just going to be me.
Well, I can tell you, once again, they booked themselves in a corner. There was no way that was going to go any other way. Literally, there was nobody that was going to take a pin other than Rollins in that match. It's ridiculously stupid. It's terrible booking. What are they doing? Being AEW?
SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley defends against Charlotte Flair. Match with 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Meltzer gave it 1.25. I gave it 1. Why is this match so short? Could have cut time off a few matches, give them more time. I get the desperation from Bayley at the end when she hit Charlotte in the corner, but I'd like to see a competitive match.
It was an angle, and that's the thing is that if obviously hindsight's always 20/20 when it comes to this stuff, but it was meant to be an angle, not really a match. It's fuck whatever. There's my answer. Fuck whatever.
SmackDown Tag Team Championships: The New Day versus the Revival. Revival win.
Fuck the Revival.
Match with 10 minutes 15 seconds. Fuck Dave Meltzer gave it 2 3/4. I'm wrong.
Wow.
Yep. More to further the injury angle than a competitive match. I would like to see a more competitive match with 10 more minutes added on.
Because these two teams really deserve 10 more minutes.
Right. And then the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Alexa.
You good?
Alexa.
Are you good?
Okay. And Nikki Cross versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Match with 9 minutes and 5 seconds. Fuck Dan Meltzer gave it 1 3/4. I'm wrong again. There are multiple problems with this match because this is the match with the 24/7 title. Did like a run-in spot during it. Why didn't the heels try to cheat when the ref distracted for the 24/7 spot? Why would Alexa want the 24/7 title while she's defending her own title? It distracts the crowd from the match. It stops the flow of the match. The match was actually going pretty decently until then. Then it just became
Okay, now I love the 24/7 title as a general rule. Okay, I know you're not a huge fan of it, but
this is what the 24/7 title does to WWE. I guess it's a publicity tool. Look how many Fox people have won it and celebrities have won it. It gets them
former WWE 24/7 champion Marshmallow. What? Okay. Here's my problem with it is that if you're going to keep doing this on the shows as a fucking Benny Hill skit, it's just going to make just weirder and weirder problems with your division. It's all going to be just 15 people running around the fucking arena all day.
You want to talk about roll up with death? 24/7 title.
It is the ultimate finish in every 24/7 title match. It's great. It's great and it's horrible.
Intercontinental title. Shinsuke Nakamura versus The Miz. Match with 9 minutes and 35 seconds. Fuck Dave Meltzer gave it 2 1/4. I gave it 3 1/4. This match,
yeah, it was great.
This match
I remember
should have been on the pre-show instead of the U.S. title, but it was way better than what it should have been. Everything was executed great. Just a good match.
I mean,
better than I thought.
It was a not Nakamura phoning it in match,
right?
So, of course, it's good. It's against an opponent that he doesn't normally face.
Sorry, baseball. Raw Women's Championship. Becky Lynch defends against Sasha.
Get used to it. She's injured again.
Sasha.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Great match that could have been better, but they furthered the storyline, so I guess it's accomplished this goal with
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 women on this show, but there's no mention of somebody I'm really familiar with. Who are they?
Let's wait. Match went 20 minutes even. Dave Meltzer gave it 3 3/4. I'm wrong.
Yeah, it was really good.
Oh, nice analysis there, buddy.
That's all you're getting from me.
Because fuck you.
WWE title match.
Kofi Kingston defends against Randy Orton. Match went 20 minutes and 50 seconds. Fuck them, I also gave it 3. I gave it an okay match for the house show. Why not have the Arrival come down? Because this is when the Arrival and Orton were together. Why not have the Arrival come down and help Orton? They took out the New Day earlier tonight. It would have made sense. Instead, they have a semi-competitive match with Kofi winning clean. Kofi was going to go over clean. Why not have Kofi overcome the odds?
No, I disagree with that. I think that the match would have played out better as just a straight up singles match. And I think they did a great job. I disagree. 100% disagree on that. I thought it was a really well done match. I think it tied up a nearly decade long feud almost. I thought that we kind of touched about it before, but Kofi's reign hasn't been that super impressive, even though he's been getting a lot of clean wins over a lot of significant contenders. But the performances haven't been the greatest. I thought this was his greatest match in the feud of between the two of them. And I thought it was a great way to tie up a bow that's been kind of hanging for almost a decade, like I said. And the match itself, I really liked.
Now your favorite match.
Yeah,
No disqualification match, Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan. Match was 17 minutes, 25 seconds. Fuck Dave Meltzer gave it 2 3/4. I gave it 2. And why is this your favorite match of the night?
Luke Harper's back.
And now he disappeared.
And now and he's gone.
Okay, brawl, but not much action, if that makes sense. Harper coming back was the highlight of the match.
Damn it. That's all I got to say. Damn it. They should send Harper to NXT.
They should. I actually agree with that. But I think one's on Raw, one's on SmackDown now or something like that.
I don't even know.
They split them up, which was stupid. They should have kept them together. Universal Championship. Seth Rollins defends against Braun Strowman. Match for 11 minutes. Fuck Name Monster gave it 3.5. I'm wrong again.
Jesus Christ.
Really good match that went the right amount of time. Strowman looked like a beast in defeat, and Rollins was able to counter every big move. The Fiend shows up, and I literally wrote, what did I write on the bottom of that? Underneath it. You can't read my handwriting.
Do not ruin the Fiend. Future Fat Man's going to be pissed.
We'll get to that later.
I'll see you later.
I like your poetry.
I like what you do to babies.
I'll see you later.
I'll see you later.
Well, speaking of laters, let's talk about ROH.
Good luck.
But I'll talk about ROH.
I'll be honest with you guys. I mean, my wife started a new job, which means I'm on the road 13 hours a day now. I'm running out of time. I'm literally running out of time these days. But I managed to get a couple of these shows in. But Death Before Dishonor, unfortunately or fortunately, spoiler, I picked the right one not to watch. I did end up getting through the first actual match, and that's it.
Okay. So it happened September 27th in Las Vegas. The opening match is a first-round match in the number 1 contendership tournament for the ROH World Title. Marty Scurll versus Colt Cabana. Match with 14 minutes, 25 seconds. Puck Day Monster gave it 3.25. I gave it 3.5. A really good technical match that had nice false finishes at the end. Really nothing more. Scurll went over.
I mean, I found it kind of boring, honestly. Honestly, there was a sense of me that maybe it was just I just wasn't feeling it, but it just, if you watch like a Benoit match in the wrong feeling, you know, if you're expecting like a super high flying luchador match and you go and sit down and watch a Benoit match for 20 minutes, like a good Benoit Angle match, you're not
like the Benoit Angle match all day, every fucking day.
You will, but there's a point in time where I can honestly say sometimes a technical match I just don't want to see, and unfortunately that was it. So good luck with the rest of the card.
first round match of the number one contendership tournament. This match happens to be no disqualification. Kenny King versus PCO.
Why?
I have no clue.
Because PCO can't work a 20-minute match without hitting
match with 11 minutes and 48 seconds. Fuck Dave Meltzer gave it 1.5. I actually gave it double. I gave it 3.
Wow.
That current malfunction that he does where like he dives on the wrong end is fucking stupid as shit.
Yeah.
There was a spot in the match where like Kenny King went to go do a PCO was on the floor or on the apron, and Kenny King went to flip over him for the sunset bomb onto the floor. PCO kind of landed on Kenny King.
Oops.
It was funny.
PCO is not a small dude.
They did like a finish where like they used a cattle prod on PCO, but it actually didn't hurt him because he's,
not human.
So it was stupid. The match was still good, but by mistake.
It was good by mistake.
Women of Honor Championship. Kelly Klein defends against Angelina Love. The match went 9 minutes, 6 seconds. I also gave it 1. I gave it double 2. The match was sloppy at times, but the numbers game with the Allure caught up to Klein. It was an okay match. Maria Maddox shows up at the end of the match to clean house, but now I guess she's not even with the company anymore, so hooray.
That was quick.
Yep. Jay Lethal versus Jonathan Grissom. Match went 17 minutes, 20 seconds. But Dave Meltzer gave it 3.5. I'm wrong. Speaking, we talked about technical matches. This is the kind of match that's not going to be for everyone. Very technical. Very technical.
A Jay Lethal match being very technical?
Oh, fuck you. And very story-driven. Pretty much, Grisham won clean because that was the whole respect thing. Is like, he was beating people by, because he's a heel, by cheating. And Lethal's like, you want to beat me, you're going to beat me, not cheating. And he ended up doing that. So I guess he earned Lethal's respect. Whatever.
You need to beat me clean. Clean as a whistle.
We have a ballroom. Bar. Should be. Ballroom ball. Jesus Christ. Bar. Room. Brawl. Better than the Cracker Barrel Clash, I guess.
No, it wasn't.
The Bouncers versus Silas Young and Vinny I don't know, fucking.
Oh my God! What?
Yeah, 14 minutes and 30 seconds of shit.
Whoa! Last I knew, the Bouncers were part of Silas.
Yeah, they're the faces now.
What? I missed something.
It was below average. If you've seen One Street Fight, you've seen them. This spot, you've seen everything. Except there was a spot where they actually threw darts at a guy.
Okay, cool.
That's it.
It's a barroom brawl. I almost fucked it up.
Yeah.
Ballroom brawl.
That would be amazing.
God damn it. Get these people fucking dancing out of here.
Vince listened to that. He's like, God damn, pal. That's a great idea.
We need to book the Hammerstead Ballroom now. Do it.
Fatal 4-way match for the ROH World Television Championship. Shane Taylor defends against Flip Gordon, Tracy Williams, and Dragon Lee. Match went only 8 minutes and 26 seconds. Fuck, Dave Meltzer gave it 2. I gave it 2 3/4. But
that's right. Hot sauce is with.
Slightly above average match. It was more of a WWE style 3-way than an indie 4-way, where 2 guys were in the ring and the other 2 were outside, not doing it. They weren't even
my favorite,
but
match.
They weren't even brawling with each other. They were just like out. So you
waiting for their spot.
Yep. So nothing special, but solid.
God fucking damn it.
ROH World Tag Team Championships. The Briscoes defends against Lifeblood versus Bandito and Mark Haskins. The match went 20 minutes and 16 seconds. Fuck Dave Meltzer. I gave it 3 3/4. I gave it 3.5. The ref pretty much, let them do whatever because they were outside doing like table spots and shit right in front of them for like 5 minutes. So it was not no DQ or no count out, but they just let them do it. So it was an AEW type match. And then there was a lot of, tag team false finishes. So it was actually really good. But other than that, yeah.
Cool.
And then last match, ROH World Championship. Matt Taven defends against Roosh. Match went 16 minutes, 5 seconds. 14 Monster gave it 4. I gave it 4 1/4. This match was million times better than I expected to be. Intense from the start with false finishes galore. With Roosh winning the title.
How do you like Taven's run?
Terrible.
Which run was worse? Taven's or Kofi's?
Taven's.
You think that
100% Taven's. You know why 100% Taven's? Because
it's killed the company, for one.
Essentially, yeah. But at the same time, Kofi had other main draws to help. He wasn't the main draw, even though he was champion.
True, yeah.
So,
whereas Taven was the main. Look at this card. I mean, seriously, look at this card.
look at the talent.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong,
essentially
destroyed them.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why they aren't working as a partnership right now. And honestly, they should have just, I hate to say this, but they should have just spotted Sinclair. That would have been a fun little run right there. Just grabbing the entirety of Sinclair's broadcasting setup.
Yeah, they probably have been more lucrative than TNT.
Yeah.
All right.
A show I watched.
What was that noise? Is it bedtime?
Not yet.
Let's talk about Hell in a Cell.
Watch the World Series live on YouTube.
But I'm watching it live right now.
Not YouTube.
Not YouTube. I'm watching it on the Fox Sports Go app. Hell in a Cell was October 6th in Sacramento. The pre-show, only one match this time. Natalia versus Lacey Evans. Match went 9 minutes and 25 seconds. Fuck Dave Meltzer gave it 2.25. I gave it 2.5. I kind of liked it, but this Natalia no selling a knee that was been worked on the whole match, and Evans tapping out immediately to the sharpshooter makes no sense story-wise, or match story-wise. So, yeah.
I didn't watch it.
I know. Main show. Hell in a Cell match for the Raw Women's Championship. Becky Lynch defends against Sasha.
I came because of the match quality. You came because of the fucking Sasha dying. Oh shit, the cops are here.
Sasha. Match with 21 minutes and 50 seconds.
That is a chopper coming after.
4. Whatever.
The chopper's coming for me.
Get to the chopper!
I was waiting for you to hit it, and you didn't.
I was fucking jerking off to Sasha. Match with 21 minutes and 50 seconds. 14 minutes. Gave it 4. I give it 4.25. Of course, my first thing is Sasha.
I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Yes.
Insane, intense match from the start. Match if he was worthy of being Hell in a Cell. Becky's best match of this year by far.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Imagine that, everyone's like, oh, Sasha Banks, why'd she come back? Blah, blah, she's nothing. Well, Lacey Evans to Sasha Banks. The match quality goes up all of a sudden when he puts Sasha in there, so fuck you guys, too.
I thought a lot of the spots were innovative. I thought it was violent as hell. I loved every second of it.
It was super innovative, yeah.
Yeah, it was. I'd say it's in top 10 for sure. Probably top. I wouldn't say top 5, but definitely top 10 of Hell in a Cell matches of all time.
This is my favorite women's match of the year.
It's
been a down year for women's wrestling compared to last year, but this is my favorite women's match this year.
Okay, yeah. And honestly, I think going back looking at it, I'd have to watch some Baszler matches. But other than that, there's really nobody that's on the main roster that's touched this match.
Yeah, it was really good. Then we had a...
It was pretty good. 4 stars.
4.5. Yeah,
4.5.
That sucked. It was 4.5 stars.
What a way to open the show, by the way.
Yeah. And I thought it should have closed the show.
Hindsight being 2020?
Not even hindsight being 2020. It should have closed the show.
Okay.
Tornado tag team match. Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns versus Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. Match went 16 minutes to 45 seconds. Fuck Dave Meltzer gave it 4.
What?
I gave it 3.25.
Yeah.
Good match. I thought it could have been better, but it was solid. They told a good story with Harper and Rowan.
Roman
isolating to try to win the match, but obviously they didn't because got to keep Roman strong.
He's got to get that Saudi money. I thought it was a decent match. I had four stars.
4 stars.
I gave it 3 stars. I thought it was just a solid match. I liked the tornado tag stip though. I really did like
It made the match better.
Yeah. But other than that, yeah, really. And that's it. Can we just not review the rest of the show?
Randy Orton versus Ali.
Oh, Jesus.
Match with 12 minutes 10 seconds. Buck Dam also gave it 3 1/4.
No.
I gave it 3.
2.5.
Nope.
Yeah. No K match for a house show.
Orton proves that he still hates cruiserweights.
Yes.
Really good counter into the RKO, and then that roll up should have been the end. And I thought the wrong person won.
I agree with all that, except for the fact that it was an okay match for a house show.
Now here's the match you're going to overrate the shit out of because WWE Women's Tag Team Championship, Alexa Bliss.
Are you done yet? No.
And Nikki Cross defend against.
Go ahead, say it.
Think of keywords.
Yes!
Match went 10 minutes to 25 seconds. Buck Day Monster gave it 2 1/4.
Okay. What did you give it?
It was an okay match for a house show.
Okay, it was 6 stars. The right team went over. Go on.
It wasn't. Fucking Mark. It was refreshing to see Asuka and Sane as heels.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
They should thrive in that role. The green mist was kind of,
LOL Asian. Come on.
I was going to say stereotypical, but yeah.
I'm okay with it.
But I said, but they're heels. Why not?
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it, too.
I mean, come on.
What was your real star rating, fucker?
It's 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun, but, whatever. I do like the heel dynamic with Asuka. If you've
Seeing Kyrie as a heel is kind of weird. Oh, Astros are up 2-0 in the first. Yeah.
They're going to take game 1. For sure.
Especially with middle up. Ugh.
Ha. Anywho, really, like I said, it was a fun match. I like the fact that they're heels now. I don't know how this is going to impact Kana's YouTube career, though.
Apparently, they're going to have Asuka and Kyrie, even though they're the women's tag team champions, they're going to face Becky for the Raw Women's title singles.
Why not?
That's weird.
They're going to be fucking belt racks by the end of this year. Kyrie's taking the SmackDown one. Asuka's taking the Raw one. All Asians with titles.
So Seth Rollins Asian.
Well, all the Asians that are in WWE that are on the main roster have titles.
So Jinder Mahal. He's from India. India's in Asia. Technically, he's Asian. Fuck you. Lawyered.
Except he's Canadian. What the fuck are you talking about? He is as Canadian can be.
Oh, sorry about that. Oh, sorry.
Just because he's brown doesn't make him not Canadian.
Sorry.
He still likes mayonnaise like everyone else up there.
Sorry about that.
Sorry. Okay?
Sorry.
Sorry.
The Viking Raiders versus Braun Strowman. Oh, the Viking Raiders and Braun Strowman versus the OC. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, eh?
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, eh? Match with 8 minutes and 15 seconds. Fuck Name Monster give it 1.5 stars, eh? And I give it 2.5.
I'm wrong.
I can't read my own handwriting. Oh yeah, the match started good and ended up being good, but then it ended in a stupid DQ. Why?
Yes.
Raiders could have pinned Gallows and Anderson. No need to protect them. They fucking booked the shit.
Who the fuck needs to protect Carl Anderson these days? I mean, and with all due respect to the 6-man, this should have been better than it was. It was not booked well, and the match just didn't gel. I'm actually surprised considering the people that were in there.
I didn't mind it.
I did. I definitely minded it.
King Corbin versus Shorty Gable.
Shorty G.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Shorty
Yo.
G. Match with 12 minutes and 40 seconds. Fuck Dave Meltzer gave it 1 1/4. I gave it, again, double, 2.5. Okay, match for
What
a
the
house
fuck were you smoking this show?
Okay, match for a house show. It was solid, but nothing to write home about.
Okay, first of all, I'm wrong again. That's 3 in a row that I agree with Meltzer. What the fuck? Did you take some happy pills before you watched the show?
I watched it like 2 weeks after it happened, so I've known everyone shit on the whole show. So my expectations were super low.
Okay, that's why. Okay. I watched it the day later trying to avoid spoilers.
Okay. It was kind of like the new, it came out like 4 or 5 years ago. The Fantastic Four movie, everyone said is the worst movie ever. I watched it and I'm like, it's not. I'm like, it's bad, but it's not as bad as everyone says it was. Like, it's one of those things
They're just into Silver Surfer too much. Okay.
It wasn't even the Silver Surfer one. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but Fantastic Four has Silver Surfer.
Yeah, but that wasn't the one, though.
What do you mean that wasn't the one?
SmackDown Women's Championship, Bayley defends against Charlotte Flair. That's for 10 minutes, 15 seconds. Fuck Dave Meltzer, give it 2.
Wait, didn't we do this already?
Yeah, last show. Match went 2. Meltzer gave it 2 1/4. I gave it 2. Okay match that could have been better if the roles were reversed, because Bayley as a heel and Charlotte as a face.
I think Bayley as a heel is fresh, but Charlotte was definitely not the opponent to be against that.
No.
Her in a foil situation.
No. What'd you give it?
1 star.
Oh, you're a fucking mark. Asuka's on in it, so it sucks.
Exactly.
Okay, let's talk about this.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hell in a Cell match for the Universal Championship. Seth Rollins defends against The Fiend Bray Wyatt. Match went 17 minutes to 30 seconds. Fuck Dave Meltzer gave it -2 stars. The red light was really
What
dumb.
an overrating piece of shit.
The red light was really dumb. It was hard to see with the cell there to begin with, so why would you use the red light? Now, this is where we're going to differ. I thought the match was good. I gave it 3 stars. I think they made The Fiend look like a beast. Let's talk about the ending, which everyone's shitting on. And you're about ready to fucking explode. So, Seth Rollins just beats the shit out of fucking The Fiend, which people have problems with, because he's The Fiend and you should beat the shit out of him. And the ref puts all this shit on top of him. He has a sledgehammer. He's going to hit him. The ref goes, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. And, Rollins did it, so the ref called for a bell. Everyone thought it was a DQ. It was actually a ref stoppage. Problem with WWE is they didn't announce it as a ref stoppage, so everybody thought it was a DQ. I thought it came across like a ref stoppage on TV. The live crowd, I can understand, because it really didn't come across that way. This is the second year in a row that they've kind of had like a no contest inside of Hell in the Cell, so you're killing the gimmick of the Hell in the Cell, which is fucking stupid. Why book The Fiend in a Universal title match when, one, he doesn't need it? He's a new character, and if you knew you weren't going to put the title on him, why book it that way? I understand why people have so many problems with the match. I just think they're overreacting, as always. I'm going to take my headset off because you're about ready to scream.
Are you fucking out of your mind? Have you seriously lost your mind? I am guaranteeing that you took a lot of fucking pills to get through this show. I'm serious. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Aleve.
Aleve is a hell of a drug, man. Holy shit. Let me start by
As
this.
I'm trying to open up a water bottle, it's not open.
Okay. Well, whatever. Here's the problem. Now, we just went through the whole Kofi thing where the internet went outrage and everyone blew up their shit. And you were like, That's exactly how it should have happened. Yeah. I agree with that. Okay,
Internet was overreacting.
100% there. They're not on this one. There is absolutely no justification for the match to begin with.
No, I said that.
Right. No, I'm reiterating these points. Okay. There's no reason to do it. You've booked yourselves in a corner because of that.
I agree.
So you have to do some sort of stupid finish inside Hell in a Cell.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
I could almost even forgive it a little bit if for one small problem. What is one of the main events at Crown Jewel?
That was always the plan since last Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
Falls Count Anywhere match. Rollins versus The Fiend. And I love that they put can't be stopped for any reason. So that means pinfalls and submissions don't count. How do you win the match?
You don't. Nobody wins, just like this match. And that's I would forgive the booking a little bit more if it wasn't for the fact that they're going to book themselves into even further of corner by doing it in Crown Jewel. Why would you do that? There's no reason. So either one of two things is going to happen. Rollins is going to win at Crown Jewel, completely finishing off the Fiend gimmick.
So they ruin the Fiend.
So they ruin the Fiend, or the Fiend's going to win the match, which means that they nerfed his character here just to give him a secondary, oh, by the way, yeah, I guess we will give you the title after the fact. You've still done irreparable damage to his fucking character. Why do this? Why do the match? And as for the actual finish, I 100% disagree with you. If the ref stepped in after and said, you can't keep doing this. He hit him once with the sledgehammer.
But he hit him with several thousand stops and several weapons before that. Home run, Nationals, 2-1.
Good for them. They're still going to lose. Here, you can't sit there and say, okay, this is the moment.
I think my problem isn't that the booking wasn't bad, because it was. I think my problem is, again, I think people are overreacting about what they saw. And for the fans, by the way, who were hot all night. Mm-hmm. Were hot all night. I understand they didn't like the finish because they wanted Bray to win. I understand that completely. But for them to chant AEW after you just enjoyed 3 hours and 15 minutes, well, essentially 4 hours of a show, mm-hmm. for one match booking, fuck you. No, fuck you. You were hot all night. You enjoyed what you saw, and you don't like 5 minutes of a fucking show, and you're going to fucking shit on it? Fuck you.
Considering that AEW is the king of shit booking. So, I mean...
Right!
And don't get me wrong, I don't agree with that at all. I think that was stupid.
And I agree with everyone says. I'm just saying, I think it, from my point of view, again, watching it 2 weeks later, I'm like, it's not as bad as people think it. After seeing all the comments and all the backlash it did for 2 weeks, going back to this, that wasn't actually that bad. It's fucking stupid. And every point you said makes sense, but I'm like, visually, I was fine with it.
I was not visually fine with it.
Booking wise, it fucking, well, besides the fucking stupid red light, but booking wise, it was fucking stupid.
Okay, so the reason why I think so many people were outraged by the finish of it was the fact that they saw it as inevitable that they were going to fuck it up once again. And WWE booked it in such a way up to that point where there really was no way for either one to win.
Could you think that people were so behind Bray Wyatt that they know they've kind of fucked up his character over and over again? Do you think that they're just sick of seeing that and be like, just give him a push? They did it. They didn't need, like, you're right, they didn't need to put him in this match. There was no point.
Holy shit. Why didn't they put Finn Balor inside the cage with him? This was a fucking home run.
With Bray.
With Bray.
Yeah.
With Bray Wyatt. That was a fucking home run obvious thing to do, especially when you were going to send him to NXT anyway.
Right.
It was the perfect time to feed a super, super overpowered character like the Demon to the Fiend.
Right.
It would have made the Fiend character even better. You could have even, to an extent, justify Finn not using the Demon character anymore because the Fiend ate it.
Right.
You could have done so many great things with that, but instead you chose to put him against Seth Rollins in a title match where you've booked yourself so deeply in a corner that you had one of the screwiest finishes I've ever seen inside a Hell in a Cell. It boggles my mind, and then retcon it weeks later by putting the same fucking, booking yourself into the same fucking corner, even worse now, because now you can't even do a ref stoppage. So now you're basically guaranteeing one of two very problematic finishes, either Seth winning and completely destroying the Fiend, like I said before, or the Fiend winning a title that A, he doesn't need. You're absolutely right on that. B, he should probably never be in the match again anyway. And C, what the fuck are you doing? It's a fucking Saudi show.
Remember?
-4 stars, by the way. No, in all seriousness, the match up to that point wasn't great, but it wasn't -2 stars. I'd give it a 1.5 stars, 2 stars. I'll split the difference, 1.75 stars, because why not? But it wasn't, it was a sense of...
He gave it -2 stars for the finish, so fuck you.
Yeah, and I don't agree with that.
If AEW did that fucking finish in the Tokyo Dome,
it would be 6 stars.
It would be fucking like 9 stars.
Yeah.
So fuck you.
And that's my other problem with it, is I think that Meltzer's bashing it only simply because of the booking, but he doesn't choose to look at booking at AEW like that. And
no, because he's fucking sucking Cody's dick, the Young Bucks' dick, and Kenny's dick.
Yeah, of course.
At the same fucking time. Gobbling that fucking shit up.
That's a 4-on-1 match I don't even want a part of. But here's the other thing about this, and it's depressing because now we've got, new writers for Raw and SmackDown. In theory, we lost Eric Bischoff, but we still have, this huge shakeup creatively here. Meanwhile, we've got 2 cuckold angles going on with Mike Bennett and Maria Bennett basically saying I'm sleeping with anyone. And now we got Rusev and Lana fucking Bobby Lashley.
Where did that angle come from? Like, it was just
out of nowhere.
Oh, by the way, I'm sleeping with Black Lesnar.
I'm sleeping with Black Lesnar, and Rusev's now a face. What happened?
Right.
I mean, seriously, he came back as a face out of nowhere. And
unless his whole thing is for, like, Lana to sleep with Lashley just so Rusev could turn on him, would be stupid. Beyond stupid? Like, worse than this booking stupid? Because you're using your wife as a sex toy to just beat the shit out of someone.
The worst part is, didn't this happen before in WWF?
All the time.
I mean, wasn't that a whole thing with Sable? Not Sable.
No.
Marlena.
No, the whole thing would be like Pillman and Goldust were feuding, and if Pillman won, he has Marlena's services for 30 days.
Right.
But Pillman died sadly, before that angle
before it finished.
What was it going to be is that at the end of 30 days, Goldust and Marlena were supposed to have a wedding, but turns out Marlena fell in love with Brian. So it would have been different.
See,
that's different.
That's not what I originally had heard about it. It was that Marlena was fucking Brian to begin with, and this was all a ruse. the whole 30 days thing was a ruse.
Well, there was a match stipulation.
Right, I know, but it was the point of the angle was,
but why would Goldust offer that up? I mean, he offered it up. But,
yes, I know, but it was like some sort of, it was a Russo thing. Okay, first of all, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Okay, so it could have gone like 15 different ways.
Okay, so overall,
brah, it could have gone 15 ways, brah.
So overall, I think. Oh, I almost threw a vote. Clash of Champions, Hell in a Cell were okay shows for the house shows, and same with ROH, 3 average shows. And ROH, that was ROH's best show of the year, and it was just average.
Average, yeah. I didn't like the Hell in a Cell match, or the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view as a whole. Obviously, one Hell in a Cell match was really great, and another one was not. I give Hell in a Cell 4 out of 10, the full Bret Hart. I'd give Clash 6. There's nothing to write home about on Clash. There was something to write home about on Hell in a Cell. It just, the rest of the card didn't live up to it.
You got a magnifying glass so you can see your dick.
It lights up too.
Your dick lights up.
Yeah.
How much gonorrhea you got?
A lot.
All right, so the plan was always from Crown Jewel to this Crown Jewel. So let's talk about this year's Crown Jewel that was already booked last year.
Brought to you by TNA. At least one of the matches.
Huh?
So.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about that first. 10-man tag team match. Team Hogan, which is Roman Reigns.
Oh, Jesus.
Rusev.
Oh, God.
Ricochet. Shorty G. And Ali. With Hulk Hogan versus Team Flair, Randy Orton, King Corbin, Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre. Where have I seen Lashley, McIntyre, and Corbin together? I'm not sure. I don't remember that. And Shinsuke Nakamura with Ric Flair.
And Sami Zayn, right?
Nope.
No?
Maybe.
What?
I don't know. He's not listed.
No, definitely not. Answer,
no.
Absolutely not.
It's just a normal 10-man tag match. I don't think they want to do an elimination match. This close to Survivor Series, so hooray them. They could have done this at Survivor Series. Fucking idiots.
That's when the rematch is happening.
Oh, God damn it. Team Hogan wins because LOL Hogan. He never puts anyone over even if he's not in the match.
I want to point out... I just want to quickly point out the reason why Team Hogan's winning is because the opposing team has a real black man. Ricochet's only kind of black. And that's why he was picked for Team Hogan. Because he didn't realize he was actually black.
Wow.
At the very last minute, Ricochet's off the team. That don't work for me, brother.
Wait, you're black? Wait, only half black? That don't work for me, bro.
That don't work for me, bro.
Braun Strowman versus Tyson Fury.
This reminds me of Big Show versus Akebono. And I'm sure it will end the same way.
With a sumo match?
Yes.
Tyson Fury is winning, obviously, because
Tyson Fury wins after Braun gets a couple good punches in. That's it. And that's pretty much how the Akebono match went. Show lifts him up and goes, oh, yeah, we might get him. And then Akebono just pushes him, and that's the win.
Mansoor versus Cesaro?
Mantor?
Not Mantar.
Mantar's back. Holy shit, he's getting a Saudi payday. Sweet.
Mansoor, the guy that won that battle royal at the last fucking...
the greatest battle royal? Or
yeah, the one that had like 51 people in it in 110-degree weather.
And nobody wanted to be there.
No.
Oh, God damn it. Cool. Cesaro will get a match out of him.
9-team tag team turmoil match for the WWE Tag Team World Cup. Oh my God, where's Shane McMahon?
Winner is Shane McMahon by himself.
New Day,
That's why it's 9 teams.
Viking Raiders, Heavy Machinery, Lucha House Party, Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, The Revival, the OC, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, and the B Team.
If the B team doesn't win, I riot.
Well, you're going to riot. It's got to be the Revival winning.
No, it's not.
Wait. No. They're the SmackDown Tag Team Champs.
Right.
And the Viking Raiders are the Raw Tag Team Champs. It's going to be New Day. It's going to be not
No,
the champions.
it's going to be Shane McMahon. My money is on Shane McMahon, 100%.
All right. Seth. Oh, wait. Let's do that last. Brock Lesnar versus Cain Velasquez for the WWE Championship.
I mean, there's only one way this ends, right? DQ.
Inside a Hell in a Cell with red lights and Cain Velasquez.
No ref stoppages.
Oh, Wiggles! I thought I heard a snake, but it's Wiggles.
Not just a sniffer.
Stiff him up. Wiggy. Wiggles. That's my socks.
She's gonna shit on him.
Hey, Wiggles.
Hey, baby girl.
Hi, Wiggles.
Where's mommy then? Mommy's gone.
Yeah, it's going to end like some DQ. I don't think Velasquez ain't losing his first match, and Lesnar just won I don't think he's winning the title. So they're going to.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's no way Cain Velasquez is winning the WWE Championship, as there's no way Jay Briscoe is winning the ROH World Title.
Let me put it to you this way: if Kane wins the title here,
Kane, let's gotta be Kane.
So funny story about that. So this is kind of out of left field, but whatever. We are having issues with at our one of the schools I support. We have a lot of issues with the printers. And one of the problems with the printers is that they keep moving from room to room to room. So we've decided that instead of naming them by the room number, we're just going to give them random names. Well, Sleazy, being who he is, decided they should be professional wrestlers that should be named. So you got to smell what the Rock is cooking, right?
I ain't faking. You should have smelled what the Rock was baking.
Right. So what the Rock was cooking was a paper jam. And that's got to be Kane's toner that's out. And it's a problem. I have a problem. And now I have to change the names again.
So over now he's going to change the name to his favorite hermaphrodite porn star's names.
Can't do that. As much as I'd like to, can't do that.
Okay, this is going to be Jenna Jameson.
Wait, she's a hermaphroditic porn star?
I'm just naming porn stars I know. This is going to be fucking Rachel Starr.
I was going to say Cindy Starfall.
This is going to be Sleazy.
Lena Lee. Venus Sky. Asia Carrera. That was an obvious one. Why was I not thinking of Asia
Seth
Carrera?
Rollins versus The Fiend.
Okay. Where's your porn star Survivor Series match? No, we're not talking about this. You think I'm actually going to talk about this? You're fucking wrong. No.
No, we're doing that.
No.
Porn Star Survivor Series.
Yes, we are. That's on our Patreon.
Rollins wins by DQ.
What are you doing here? What? Seriously, you tell me, Mr. 3-star match who liked the finish of Hell in a Cell, what are you doing
I
here?
didn't like the finish. I just thought people overreacted with the finish.
Okay. Book this match, motherfucker.
If I were booking this match, The Fiend wouldn't be in this match.
Of course not, because it's stupid.
Because since he's in it, he has to win. Doesn't he have to win? How many times? Remember the old running gag when Bray Wyatt first debuted was Bray Wyatt has to win this feud, and he always lost. Mm-hmm. He has to win this match.
You do know what's going to happen, right?
He's losing this match.
Not only is he losing this match,
he's going to get fucking stomped off of the building.
No,
they're going to go up to the building. Rollins is going to stop him. He's going to fall down, and then Rollins is going to pin him, and then Bray's going to get up after he gets pinned and do the medical claw on him. I already booked it. Boom. He's going to survive a fall just like the Giant did.
You know what I think? The finish is Rollins pins him somewhere where he can't physically pin him, but he's pinned under a bunch of shit. And oh shit, we're going offline. Wonder what's going to happen next week on Raw.
No, I think you actually have it right, where they do like the forklift thing with all the shit on top so he can't get up type pin.
But they can't, he isn't physically pinning him.
Yeah.
That's what I think. The John Cena Tate finish. One of my favorite finishes, by the way. Only because of the
why did they make this a last man standing match?
I don't.
That would have been perfect, the way that the fucking Hell in the Cell ended.
Yeah.
And then, therefore, Bray doesn't have to take a fucking pin and he can still lose and look strong. Come on!
Because we don't want 25 minutes of slow counts to 7.
Hey, my match of the year last year was a last man standing match.
Yeah, but it's still a stupid gimmick. It's overdone.
It is overdone.
It's overdone in the way that if you've seen one last man standing match, you've seen all last man standing matches. And I do mean that. Was that your finishing salvo?
That's it. Those are all the matches. Only 6.
Okay, cool.
So we got through 3 shows, news and rumors, a preview, AEW thing, and it took us almost 2 hours. Less than what I thought.
Me too. Do you want to throw out a couple of quick things? Number1shopgear.com. That's going to redirect to Gear Network's Teespring store. Go out there, buy yourself some merch. Also, Fat Man, where are my one wipe Charlies?
Shit.
Yeah, that's what I need to clean up.
I forgot them.
Oh, fucking A. We talk about...
I'll give you three free video games. I think you can survive wiping your ass with regular toilet paper.
The following games he gave me. NHL 17.
Free.
Free, yes. MLB The Show 17.
Free.
Wait a second. Who's that on there?
Ken Griffey Jr.
I don't even know who that is.
What the fuck?
And Battlefield 1.
Free.
For free. I'll probably end up playing that. Maybe tonight. Anywho. Where was I going with all this?
Butt wipes.
Oh, tinyurl.com/gear$shave. Go get yourself the executive razor, 2 razors, and
2 blades.
2 blades. Thank you. A sample of Dr. Carver shave butter and a one white Charlie. $5. Get it. It's great. It's awesome. Love it. Excite Wrestling November 2nd at Oakdale Mall, the Oakdale Brawl. We have signed, I'm not sure if we actually talked about this. We are now running monthly shows at the brand new X Arena, the X. That is at Oakdale Mall in Johnson City.
The shit bucks itself. X gonna give it to you.
Yes. Yes, that is happening actually. X is going to give it to you. And our first show at the Oakdale Mall is going to feature
Kurt Angle.
It does feature a very historic heavyweight champion.
Ron Simmons.
You're damn right he is.
I know how to read.
Yeah. So Ron Simmons is going to be with us. Tickets, there's a whole cool subset of tickets if you want to do like a pack of tickets. They're all going to be on the website excitewrestling.com/shop. Our shirt's still available. Not many left though. You can find those at thewrestlingshow.com under our merch tab. Anything else? I feel like I'm missing another plug.
I hope you step on a Lego.
Yes. Well, obviously that's our shirt. I really do feel like I'm missing a plug. I don't know. So if you ever go to the Gear Network site, things have changed a little bit. So if you are listening to us on Spotify and you don't really want to, you don't like Spotify or something like that, we are also on Apple Podcasts. We're also on Google Podcasts now. We're on Podcast Addict. We are on Spreaker as always, and I believe I want to say iHeartRadio. I want to say probably maybe
might be on Pandora, but I think we're just too hot to handle.
Yeah, we're the only ones not on Pandora because,
out of the Gear Network.
Yeah, everyone else on the Gear Network is on Pandora. We will be on there soon once they figure out what to do with us. But yeah, go check us out on any platform. Also, that's the other thing. As you're probably well aware, there are ads at the beginning and the end of every episode. Make sure you listen to all those. It helps us out to be able to for you guys to support us by listening to the entire show with all the ads. So if you can, please don't skip the ads. But otherwise, that's pretty much it for the wrestling show. So for Sleazy,
I'm Fat Man. I remembered my name.
It only took you 2 hours. This is the wrestling show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
Kind of Purell after that show.
Hang on, one more thing before you go. Remember, listen to our sponsors following this podcast, as that does help this podcast and this network out in a way that we appreciate very, very much. So if you could just ride it out 30 to 60 more seconds after this podcast is over, listen to those commercials, it would be doing us a very, very big solid. And again, we thank you.
This has been a presentation of the Gear Radio Network. For more, log on to gearnetwork.com.